Hi everyone, how are you all doing? I received a message, I think around 1.5 weeks ago, and I was told that it's not time to share it. And upon waking up today, they were like, now, this has to come out today. So, here we are. What they showed me was like different things happening, like in circle, like I was see like a picture in a circle, like several of them, many of the things playing out, and where like what people are doing, what part people are playing in everything that is playing out in the world now. And that being all sort of on the same, like equally important, but looking very differently. So what I said that I really want to, like the message they really want to convey is that really trust in how you feel called to within to handle or to do things in this time coming, the next coming months. Because we all have different pieces of the puzzle, we cannot all be the same. So at the same time as we're seeing this really big polarity in the society, in the world, which we are also going to continue to see, it's very easy to be drawn into the drama and to be drawn into somewhere on the scale of this spectrum between the polarities. And if you find yourself like being drawn into it, or like this is the right way and this is the wrong way, or really like this really strong judgment, try to also hold that we are stepping into and understanding unity consciousness. And unity consciousness does not mean that we don't have the individuality, because we actually incarnated here to play our role, to be our frequency. And if we all came to be the same, it wouldn't really make sense, right? So the coming months is a time where we will all feel, they're showing me it like almost like a magnet, that you will feel this from within. So this is not about anything external, anything you hear, anything you are being told by anyone, no matter whether that is someone you really trust, or, I mean, we can all seek guidance, but this magnetic pull is coming from within towards what you are here for. And this can have so many different, or take very like many different forms. And what I say is that they are asking us to be very open, because it can be ways that we haven't seen before. It can be something that doesn't make sense to us, like with the logic mind, how we are normally thinking, how we are perceiving things, how the normal paradigm we are used to playing, and how things have always been. So trust yourself and let yourself have this time to adjust to what you feel comes up. It can be that you are very new in this field, and that you feel really drawn towards something, to create something, to speak something, to take part in in something specific. And if you feel that, like, that really strong magnetic pull, which is your own calling. So they say that this is, many people will like picture this as the higher self or the future self. Trust it. Even though it might be very different than how you have always been. Because these are times of big changes, and we are now being called into becoming more of who we are. And it's not, well, partly we have changed a lot ourselves, but we are also getting more access with the energies now. We get more activated, we get more access to who we came here to be. Like, we are being activated from within and remembering more. And when we remember, it might feel like there's something like totally new. Like, I don't know this, and I don't understand this, and what is this? Like, this is like, no one is doing things like this, or no one has ever told me this, or but trust it. And remember that you won't know the whole picture before you start. So we have to take this step by step. And the coming months, these are the steps we're going to make. They say it can be days where you feel really like cocooning, you will feel like you're purging something, you can have heart openings, you will have emotional turmoil maybe, in order to let go of something, because when we are in this identity shift period, we need to allow that transformation to happen as well, in a very natural way. And there will be days where you really feel called to create or to do something, or to maybe do something that doesn't really make sense to you. Because, like, where do I actually get this information from? Like, where is this coming from? This is nothing I read, this is nothing I have been told. This is because we're so used to getting everything externally, learning things externally, but these things coming now is coming from within. And I say that it's very important to trust this and to give yourself time, because this is nothing that will be like, oh, I wake up tomorrow and I know everything I'm going to do, and everything is like totally clear, and I have this super clear vision of everything and I know how it will play out. No. You will have ideas, you will have this spark, this like magnetic pull towards something, and it won't be like all the time, but you will feel it, and you will feel it come again, and you will feel it a bit more, and it will be very subtle in the beginning, especially if you're new to this. But follow it. That's really, really important. They're also saying that if you are already doing your work, have been in this field for a while, you know, you feel what you're here to do, it might be a time of adjustments and changes. Not because there's something wrong with what you're doing, but because you're evolving and you're developing. So things might take a new form. You might be going through a period where things are slightly changing. Maybe you are combining different modalities, maybe you're getting new ideas, maybe you're like shifting your focus, maybe, you know, it can take a lot of different forms. But I keep hearing trust, like trust this magnetic pull, because that's not coming from the external, it's coming from within, and it's activated. That's what they're saying. It's activated. Let yourself trust into who you are. So they're showing me like this bicycle, because normally we are used to using this metaphor of learning how to ride a bike. And that, you know, you will try and you will fall down a few times and you will need some help and you will use these. I have no clue what that's called in English. It's like small wheels on the side that you can use in the beginning. And then when you get more balance and more used to it, you will take them off and you can try on your own, right? Like crutches in a way. That this way of learning something new is not like the bike that is something external that you are learning to use. This new thing coming is something that is activated within you. So you are not learning to use something external, or like riding the bike, or even though you will need to practice and you will need to listen and you will need to learn new things, but this is something that comes from within. So it's like you will learn to ride the bike and you will like try and you will fail and you will learn and you will like, it's a process, but the bike is within you. It's not something external. So we are learning to navigate, to use, to understand something you have already chosen before incarnated, that you are going to have and be. And it's very, very easy, especially in this time of so very clear polarities playing out, that many can be, they're saying that there are many who will feel a lot of fear around it. Fear of being judged, fear of doing something wrong, fear because they're not, like, this is not who I am or how I used to do things, and I don't know this, and do I trust and do I dare to step into this? And they say that that's exactly why they're showing these different pictures of so many things playing out at the same time, because all of these things have to play out in order for us to step forward. So it's like a puzzle, and remember that you are one piece of the totality of the puzzle. And you have your own unique frequency that you are here to be. And this is what is becoming more clear now. And if you try to be another puzzle, or you try to be or another piece of the puzzle, or you try to be your piece of the puzzle in the way that someone else is being their piece of the puzzle, it won't really fit. And what they're saying is that this is exactly what's happening now, that we have to focus and trust in the unfolding of our own way of doing something. And even though our way of doing something is right for us, it might not be the right way for someone else to do their thing. And that's totally okay. Like, it doesn't make anything else wrong. So trust in the unfolding and keep focus on your path, of your, like, what's coming up within you, what you are drawn to, where is this magnetic pull taking you, because that's yourself telling you where to go, showing you. And as you are putting this energy into your piece of the puzzle and really stepping into being who you are, being your frequency, that opens up the energy for new ways of collaboration. So they say that the next, well, they are very careful about saying specific times, but they're showing me 2, 3, 4 months. The focus will be mostly on really adjusting, becoming, focusing in, practicing, listening to what's coming up. Where are you being drawn? Where is that magnetic pole? And the more you do this and the more you step out and you open that energy, the more collaboration will come in. So we will see in the coming autumn more new collaborations, more new people coming together, doing things in a new way, doing their thing, like each and every one doing their thing because they have been putting the energy into it. And I can't find the right word, learned how to do it and understood more and like being present with it. And then when we really like know our piece of the puzzle more and we dare to be it and we are that frequency, that will open up for the pieces of the puzzle that fits in around to come in. But if you're trying to be another piece of the puzzle, that won't happen. So focus on what you are being called to, because that's really what's happening now. And then we will see new collaborations coming up because the energy opens up for it. So be gentle with yourself, trust yourself, listen to yourself, and it's going to be exciting what's coming. Let me know in the comments if you want to share what you are going through, what's coming up, what you feel called to. And I wish you a beautiful day, and remember to trust yourself.